And we're going live. And you're live, it says. So, hello all. Welcome back to another stream. Today we'll be talking about Godzilla King of the Monsters, mainly our hopes and some cool ideas we will have for the movie. You all can please join down in the comments and... What? YouTube is not receiving enough maintained smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience will buffer. What? Can someone go please check the stream on YouTube? How does it sound?
It's live.
Does it sound fine? Is it like not like glitchy and stuff?
It's live, yeah. It's working.
We're live, we're working?
Yeah, it sounds fine. It's just I think it's just
Is it my computer just being stupid?
Yes.
probably. I don't know. Yep.
Alright, so alright.
We're good.
Alright, we're good? Alright. So yeah, sorry for that little iffy intro, but if you could not hear me, we're gonna talk about Godzilla vs. Kong, mainly our ideas and what we would like to see. We'll not be talking about the delay and who we would like to see with the outcome, what we would like to see the outcome be, because I want to make those separate videos, but today we'll just be saying what we'd like to see in the next upcoming movie. So, Caleb, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. What's going on? Name's Caleb. I am the owner and creator of my YouTube channel, Caleb Originals. Welcome, everybody, to the live stream of Godzilla vs. Kong. Thank you for joining.
Alright, Cole.
Hello, I'm Cole Resick. Wanted to say thanks to everyone who joined the stream. Not really much to say about my channel. Mostly do toy reviews and such. That's really about it.
Epic.
Hello everybody. My name's Epic, or some people call me Toxie, and I do fan films and a lot of other kaiju content. Yeah, I don't really have much to say besides yeah.
Alright, and last but not least, Clayton.
Yo, what's up, guys? Your boy Super Saiyan Goji. Welcome to the live stream. Please leave some comments down below for us to answer. And please excuse my cringy voice. I know I sound like a dying Mickey Mouse. So
That's more like me. My voice sounds really cringy on video. I don't know why, but I always think my voice sounds really weird and cringy on audio. I don't know if it sounds like that in person too.
No, not in person. Not in person. Well, I mean,
No,
look, my voice is just cracked.
And second of all, I am a teenage boy, so that might
we're
be
all
a thing
teenage
too.
boys, except, I'm probably the oldest one in the group, so.
Until 21.
No,
Until
I
turn
think
21,
I think
which is the next
Caleb's
You're
the
year.
oldest
20,
one.
never mind.
Yeah, Caleb's the
I'm
oldest
19.
one, I believe.
I'm 19. I'm 19.
So, let's start off. So, we will not be talking about who we would like to see win the fight. I want to make that a separate video, but today we'll just be talking about things we would like to see. So, who would like to start the discussion? I'll say a few things I would like to see. One thing I would like to see is see some battles in the day. Because, if you all remember 2014 in King of the Monsters, all those fights were in the dark.
I hope it's gonna be more like Kong Skull Island, where the battles, like where the kaiju scenes were more in the day,
Mm-hmm.
or at least there was some type of different lighting that helped. You could see the kaiju. Like that's definitely a good pointer. Skull Island. I said Skull Island. Kong
Right.
Skull Island.
Yeah.
Skull Island.
during the day.
Cole, you're in the movie. Oh my god. But
Oh, congratulations,
I
Cole,
think
for
nice.
getting an audition.
because like I guess for an example of like good lighting at the night where there was like fire. So
Don't be like 2014 where we can't see a dang thing.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah, where I have to turn up my iPhone
During
brightness.
the day.
Don't make me turn up my iPhone brightness.
So, Caleb,
I
you
do
raised your
wanna
hand like you were in
say-
school? So, Caleb, it looks like you raised your hand like you were in school?
Well, I I mean, hey.
Am I gonna be the second grade teacher again? I hope I don't have to do that again in another stream.
Look, it's third grade. I went up a grade. We all went up a grade.
Sorry.
You know, it's
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I graduated.
Oh, would you graduate third grade?
I graduated kindergarten. What are you talking about?
You show
Well,
off.
I'm so lucky
I graduated preschool.
I'm not sure
Oh,
what that
you're
means,
the
but
show
I
off.
graduated.
You show offs. You show
Why
offs.
does this happen every time we start a stream? Everybody's gonna start
Literally,
some joke.
come on,
Everybody,
even here.
and everybody is talking all at once. This happens all the time. Like video games and movies. Like how video games are intersecting in movies. Why is our conversations intersecting?
You know what the worst part is? Kamada isn't even here.
You went a little Rogue One, buddy.
Rogue One. Rogue One.
Star Wars.
Favorite one, actually.
You shall fear him. Fear him.
Anyways,
From this day
I don't. Okay. Well, some of my ideas for Godzilla vs. Kong, and I'm sorry, but don't let there be any cutaways anymore. No cutaways. I mean, cutaways for different angles for each of the characters. But in Godzilla vs. Kong, they still had so many cutaways. Even when there was like a little bit of monster fight, a little bit more in there, it just felt like there was just too many more cutaways. I mean, really.
Speaking of which,
If you take a look at the original Japanese movies, there wasn't really a whole lot of cutaways. But, I don't want any cutaways between the monster fights and the humans or whatever. Just film Godzilla vs. Kong like how you would film your human characters. We just want a wide shots of fight scenes. That's all we want.
Okay.
That's me personally. That's what I want, and also, a daylight. Any Godzilla movies. I mean, there has been a lot, but for the MonsterVerse, it's good if they would at least have one daylight battle scene. I'm just saying, it would also be good.
Kong's still on Island. I believe all the battles are in the daylight.
I think.
Right.
I know the final
agree
battle
with
was for
Caleb.
sure.
I agree with Caleb for the most part. I think one little fact that could be objected is the fact that Godzilla. I mean, the Japanese, the Toho Godzilla movies. Some of them had a lot. Many of the Heisei movies have cutaways, but definitely not as many as the MonsterVerse.
Yes.
I mean, really, because everybody would always give a lot of them time to just look at the monster fights, because that's also what makes these movies awesome. But
yes.
I mean, King of the Monsters. That's what really. When I talked to Clayton about this, that's why I felt let down of the movie. Was I had too many. My expectations were way too high, thinking that we weren't going to have a lot of cutaways. So, when the first battle happened between Godzilla and Ghidorah in the Arctic, and I saw that they were in the cutaways and stuff, I was so disappointed, because that was my expectations for this movie, especially since Mike Daugherty, who is a Godzilla fan, was going to make this, and yet we still got a lot of cutaways.
Okay.
So, I mean, still just no cutaways. Maybe cut, different angles between the monsters' perspectives or whatever, but just no cutaways between monster humans. If you want to, that's fine. To build the suspense. But after that, after the characters are out of the way and safe, just focus on Godzilla and Kong. That's it. No more.
I think.
Because that's what's been bothering me about King of the Monsters still to this day was just the cutaways. And even another Godzilla fan that I watched, she even mentioned that even the Toho movies, they didn't really have this many cutaways.
I think I'm pretty sure this is already confirmed. Definitely a mech is going to be in Godzilla vs. Kong, which is most likely for sure, because there was this, I think it was some article
It was a news article at the
they said that there was some type of mech being built on Skull Island, so we'll definitely see that. One thing I think there's a problem with the MonsterVerse. I feel like they need to explain the story differences between each movie more, rather than just giving a book away, because some people just don't know the plot at all.
Or some people are not really interested.
They tried to do with King of Monsters. They tried to make it seem they made it like its own movie, I guess I feel like if Godzilla King of Monsters came before 2014, we wouldn't have been so let down, especially for a couple of us who generally dislike 2014.
I literally, even when I got the movie on DVD, I literally disliked 2014. Even after King of the Monsters came out, to this day, I dislike 2014. A few of them is there's not enough Godzilla, but that was that was what was amazing about King of the Monsters, was we got to see a lot more of Godzilla and his whole design. You know, it was really cool. We got to see a lot more of Godzilla compared to in 2014. He only lasted like 5 minutes on screen.
He was
where
on
the Mudos had like 10, maybe 12
yeah.
minutes of screen time. So
I think,
at least
I like
black outside.
I feel like I do understand, like, people did complain about not as much like monster action in 2014, but I do think that definitely builds like the suspense and tension when you see Godzilla in its entirety.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as kind of D-Man suggestion, why like Godzilla 2014 definitely had more tension than King of Monsters.
in terms of like Godzilla himself.
Yeah.
Right.
You get these teases of his spines and like his tail, and then you finally see his entire body.
That was really cool. I am not going to lie. Even when trailers came out, they would hardly tease what he really looked like.
Yes, that's one thing. I feel like that was one thing that I really liked about 2014 is the marketing. Because first of all, they didn't waste so much money on it, and second of all, they didn't show like. Oh, I'm not gonna say they showed the entire movie, but they teased a lot in the King of Monster trailers, and there were so many freaking trailers.
Yeah, and I do want to say this. That is
didn't
the
help
problem.
At all.
That is, I don't care what people say. That has to be a fact. That is why Godzilla King of the Monsters failed in the box office. See, when the first trailer came out, how they showed Godzilla and they showed the new design, but when it came to Rodan, King Ghidorah,
and Mothra,
they
did not show her.
Yeah, no, you would see them, but you
saw
would
shadow
see
or something.
The textures and the details of their bodies or whatever. They would keep them in the background, in the dark, teasing them. Okay,
it makes sense showing Godzilla in the King of the Monsters trailer, and
right,
because a person not like us, like crazy fans, they wouldn't notice that. They won't notice they wouldn't notice the little differences, like the spikes and like the feet and that stuff. Us super fans notice that.
And here's another thing too. Here is another thing I do want to say is also the fact that when the second trailer came out, they also teased that they were gonna show like and this is where it all fell apart. Second trailer, they showed that there were new monsters, the 2 new monsters. I think it was the second trailer. Okay?
They teased them.
And then the third trailer came out, and then they literally, it's like they literally threw the movie out there. They said, "This is the plot," and then that's also what really, and the fact that you see, I looked at the timeline. Well, I hope it's like 3, maybe 4 hours. When it said it was 2 hours, I knew it was gonna suck. Like when you try to fit all of this, it's pretty much like making the same mistake like they did with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3. The movie was 2 hours, an hour long. They tried to cram so much into that, but it's impossible.
You know what the problem with Spider-Man 3 was?
And that was the problem with King of the Monsters 2, was it was 2 hours long. It should have been like 3, maybe 4 hours long to help expand the story or universe. And I know that or this is what they should have done. They should have like not I mean, they would have like teased the kaiju's, but it kind of gave fans hopes that we would see not all, but like maybe some of these kaiju's in action. But you didn't really see it in action. You saw it on like news footage or something. But that's where it all fell apart. That's something Warner Bros. Needs to realize.
Yes.
It's also marketing. Look, you post 2 trailers. You post the first one, which shows the characters, and then you show us the big battle, whatever, and you don't show no more. And then when like a week later, before the movie releases, you release another trailer. You may show like 2, maybe 3 more footage, new ones, okay, but then that's it. And then fans will go in there, and that's why King of the Monster failed, was because people already had a sense of what the plot was. They just went and saw it, and
Caleb has officially taken over the stream.
Well, he is right.
I'm sorry about that. I am sorry.
I agree with everything you pretty much said so far.
Me to this day. And I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, another.
You are fine, my brother.
Yeah. But anyways, that is seriously why this movie, like, my expectations for this movie was like thrown in the garbage. Was just the marketing. They spoiled a whole lot, and I know a lot of fans wouldn't have liked it 3, maybe 4 hours long. But think about it: you wait for something for like 5 years.
It would have.
You wouldn't mind. You wouldn't mind sitting there for like 4 or 5 hours. So it's like, shoot, I waited 5 years for the sequel.
True,
I don't care if I gotta watch through this. I don't care.
This is the problem. I think that. Do you know what did not help King of the Monsters at all? The critics. The critics hated it.
Oh my gosh! Don't get me started. A lot of people also made an Instagram page where it said it was a Godzilla. What was it? It was on Instagram. It said "Screw Rotten Tomatoes."
Oh,
and it had a picture of
the
Godzilla.
critics didn't help.
And then this post, and then the post said, "It's on now."
Do you know what? Another reason is that 2014 did really well in the box office, and King of the Monsters didn't. Is because in 2014, it was for the general audience, the other people, if you know what I mean. King of the Monsters,
non-Godzilla fans, just general movie going on.
For King of the Monsters, I love that Michael Dougherty did this, and he thought about us, but it was made for the fans.
Oh yeah,
he put a lot of Easter eggs in there, a lot of throwbacks and stuff. You know what I mean?
Which was good.
We enjoyed that, but. Do you really think this? I hope for 24 Godzilla vs Kong, they just shouldn't really care about the fans, because the diehard fans like us are going to see the movie no matter what. We're gonna go see it no matter what.
If it's bad or good, we'll throw YouTube tutorials.
We'll still see the movie if it's bad or good. That's right.
I think I definitely think that. It feels like King of the Monsters. I'm not gonna. I don't want to say this like purely, but it definitely feels more like a fan film than a Godzilla, like general Godzilla movie.
I see. Yeah, I see.
A really high budget
like
fan
Avengers
film.
Endgame, but with like terrible human story. Well, not as
Get
great.
that freaking Thanos with the freaking glove out of here. I don't want to hear no more Avengers.
I also think
Avengers are
especially
dead.
with the trailers, like it feels like you've already seen the movie. Like that's how I felt. I tried to avoid it, but then I would just like scroll down to Instagram, one swipe, and I see like burning Godzilla.
Oh,
yeah.
That happened with Titanus with Behemoth. I was scrolling through, which was so funny because so many Godzilla fans, or I don't know who said it, but someone put a post out there that said hashtag don't spoil Godzilla King of the Monsters. Yet what did people do? They spoiled it, especially when they showed Behemoth in the theater.
Yeah.
Like seriously, or burning Godzilla. Seriously, they spoiled everything.
And another thing, I hope I just pray to God that they don't have they don't have a good role for the new Titans. Like they can have a somewhat of a role, but I just don't want them to be they can obviously
all
do
crammed up
but
like
I don't
this is
want it
their
to be-
movie.
Like they can have a little cameo.
I don't think it's good for like Behemoth and like Skyla and Methuselah. I mean, I personally don't mind Methuselah.
Because
but,
to be
I
honest,
think
they
Methuselah
need their
is-
own solo movie.
No,
Yeah, they need
they
their
will
own
never
solo
make a
movie.
solo movie of those three
They
guys.
should. They need to make a movie called The Titans.
Right.
No.
It's-
The people would get confused with Teen Titans. Because like I feel like people would get confused, but it's a cool idea of making a movie like
Well,
called
I mean,
The Titans.
after they've released the trailer and they came up with the title, and it's also, and it says from the producers of Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and Godzilla vs. Kong, and then people will see the trailer. That's how people won't. I don't really believe people will get confused with that if they just see a trailer and then they see this is the title. The title's called The Titans or Origin of the Titans. Origin of the Titans.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I think Origin of the Titans would work out better. In my
I
opinion.
just
I think
definitely
Origin
hope
of the
that
Titans would.
that Behemoth just like dies. No, I'm just
Bruh, how dare you?
It's like let's just
Say
let
that my
Literally,
boy Manny died.
somebody told me. So, do you guys know who 93 Monster Mike is? He makes Lego creation Godzilla stuff, and I was on his new video about like a Lego Behemoth, and then I was like I said like this. I said something about Behemoth being like freaking Manny from the Ice Age, and then and some other person replied to my comment and was like, "No, he's a mammalian sloth tusk thingy elephant dude." And then I was like, "Look at his concept art. Look at his concept art. Try me. Try me."
Oh my god.
Like I didn't even know Behemoth was like part gorilla or whatever until my friend
Art sloth.
Jacob Goji told me like a week
He's
later
sloth.
after I watched the
I
movie.
didn't even know that either until I watched a video where it said Titanus Behemoth explained, and it said that he's part of a mammoth with also like the body of a sloth. And if you look closely, he's got the claws and hands of a sloth. I'm like, what? I did not see that.
Yeah.
And then you realize that because he's like barely in the
Manny
movie.
from Ice Age on steroids.
I should have put Behemoth in this freaking
Like, let's be
thumbnail.
real.
I should have
Why
put
are we
Behemoth
off
in the freaking
topic?
thumbnail if I knew this.
I feel so off topic.
No. You're good. You're good.
Like, let's be real here. Behemoth is literally just a freaking elephant trunkless Manny from Ice Age.
I like how
It's
I
Manny
like how Clayton says that, and then earlier I was talking smack about Behemoth, and he was like, "How dare you say that?"
He decided to skip leg day, which is why his arms are both bumped. And
I took that leg.
Done.
And he didn't trim his freaking fingernails, so he has
He didn't trim his
claws.
fingernails.
And
Guys, Behemoth is insecure. He has his trunk tucked up in his neck that is non-existent.
No, he ate his trunk. He got so hungry he had to eat it.
He has his
No.
trunk tucked up in his
Okay,
neck
no,
that's
no,
non-existent.
no, let's be real here. Now, the way that they did Behemoth's like trunk area, it looks like an elephant seal.
Behemoth has the neck.
I'm not even lying. It looks like an elephant seal.
It looks like he got so hungry during the Great Titan Depression, and he had to eat half.
Let's be real, Methuselah is the best.
And then he had Mother do
Let's be real.
mouth surgery. He had Mother do mouth surgery and made it attached to his face.
Let's be real here. Methuselah is the best Titan. He's literally Behemoth, but more original. Think about it. He has tusks on his face, but he's a giant rock monster mountain thing. And he's not just a rock. He has like he's basically an entire mountain.
He looks like an elephant and a mountain decide to go at each other, and that's how he came out.
No, it's more like a I don't know what you would say because he's definitely not a
Okay.
mammal.
Elephant,
He looks like
snapping
a
turtle,
freaking
and a
lizard.
mountain.
Eternal
But
animal.
anyways, but getting back to the topic.
Oh, guys,
yeah,
I have
he
a few
lost
questions for you.
Because his board.
Guys, I have a few questions planned for you on my tablet thing.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
first, I'll just read them off in random orders. But like as like the stream goes on, you know what I mean?
As long as Mecha Godzilla or Mecha King Ghidorah is in the movie, I'll be happy.
No, do not add none of them. Don't
All
add
right,
any of them.
Can I put
Don't.
thoughts together
Don't.
real quick for one of
Don't.
the big things I think they need to do?
Go ahead.
They need to
Release
add Mothra.
Godzilla vs. Kong when there isn't a big movie coming out. That's where I think
That's
most
facts.
of King of the Monsters failed, because they released it like around the same time that Endgame came out, which is the highest grossing film of all time. They released it around the time of the Aladdin remake, live action one. Despite how bad it was, it still made a lot of money and was really popular.
Yes.
Yeah, because people just wanted to see it, so they wasted like $20 on the
Movies
ticket.
that I feel like a lot more people want to see.
I feel like the release date is pretty good.
The night where I decide to freaking I'll talk to y'all later.
I feel like
you better not be putting anybody on the death note.
I feel like the date or the
Clayton,
release the change of the date is actually pretty good.
Going to college and paying for taxes.
Okay.
Get
Anyways,
out of here with that.
All right, let's stay on topic,
your
people.
question.
No, first I was gonna say something. I feel like the release date is pretty. The change of release date, it wasn't something that was like out of the blue, and I understand because first of all, it gives them more time to make a movie, and people please don't. I'm kind of tired.
In case they gotta do reshoots or something like that.
This is a thing that D-Man said. It could be true. This is pretty believable. That I believe a lot of the movie or parts of the movie are being filmed in Hong Kong. If you don't follow the news, there's a lot of political stuff going on in Hong Kong.
Oh no,
now.
dude! I've read the news. I feel so bad for that, man.
There's a lot of political stuff going on in Hong Kong right now.
But anyway,
so
I'm pretty sure that's why they can't film.
That might be a problem. That could be an issue. Of course, you want to make it as best as you could. And second of all, the competition. There's 3 movies that was competition in March for Godzilla.
Just fall down on them politics and then press is over.
Please.
Anyways, but you were saying like there was like 3 movies.
3 movies in March. There was a remake or like no, not a remake, like a sequel to some horror movie, some Moana or something, and some. Yeah, but it's gonna because Disney movies always do really good at the Chinese box office. And
that was also what like Power Rangers 2017. That's why it also was released when a freaking remake of Beauty and the Beast came out. And this guy in his channel, he said that everybody was more interested in going to watch a movie that's a complete remake of an original animation movie. It's just a reboot. But it's live action.
Yeah.
It's just a reboot. That's all it freaking is.
Yeah.
Why?
Watch Disney buy Legendary, and then we have to watch Disney freaking Godzilla MonsterVerse movies.
Ruin it. Because they want the Marvel Cinematic Universe to be successful. They want to take down Godzilla's MCU's knockoff version. I mean, what?
It's already bad enough that Netflix is already teaming up with Nickelodeon to make a whole series all about Squidward.
Oh yeah, by the way, something else I just saw agree now. There's a rumor
Disney
around
Plus
that
The Mandalorian.
Dragon Ball movie. I hate right.
I'm not a Star Wars fan.
What was the rumor again?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
There's a rumor going around that Disney's going to make a live-action Dragon Ball movie, and I hate everything.
I don't think that's a thing.
The last time Hollywood did a live-action DBZ movie, it was garbage.
That might actually be a good thing. Because first of all, it's Disney. All right, we might all hate Disney, but they're a giant company and make a lot of money. So any movie that has Disney to its name will make money, no matter what it is. It will make.
It's facts. It's pure facts.
Half the reason is because of China. China loves
Disney may suck,
Disney,
but
because China has the most people in the entire world, like over 1 billion freaking people. So if you want to have a good movie, you want to do good in China, pretty much.
basically I think the only good content that Disney has right now is the upcoming Star Wars: The Clone Wars Season 9 and The Mandalorian.
I'm not a Star Wars fan, so I won't say.
Oh, well, Caleb left.
Yeah, Caleb just like dipped or your internet died.
Or he's back.
I think, didn't you say that you were having a storm? Or is that just my internet being...
No, it was a storm.
Yeah, you're having a storm, I believe you said.
Oh, you know what? I actually got some. Hold on. This will help. This will probably fix.
And for me, I'm supposed to get snow, like, I don't know if in a few hours or tomorrow, but yes, I love snow because go northeast.
Disney Star Wars is bad, but
yeah, I like the original 6 Star Wars movies, like the ones from the 70s,
the original
80s,
trilogy,
the original trilogy, and like the one in the early 2000s, 90s. I like those movies too.
Revenge of the Sith.
Okay, so anyways, back to the topic of this live stream.
Yeah, we went.
I mean, what?
All right, yes, let's go back to the topic. So, I feel like the release date, the change of the date.
Topic? What is that?
Go ahead, Mikey.
So I feel like the change of the release date, it makes a lot of sense because I just brought up some ideas because I had a lot of competition in March, and in November there's only one movie that really has competition for Godzilla vs. Kong, and that is some Marvel movie called The Eternals. I have no idea what it is, but it will do decently well in the box office because every single MCU movie does good in the box office.
We need a freaking Pokemon.
Here's what I want to say though. So, you know how it says, well, Godzilla vs. Kong is going to be released March 13th. Where's our trailer? Where's? It's almost the end of the year. Where's the trailer?
You know that it got delayed, right?
I know, but see, here's what would have been awesome. Is that
you sounded British there?
Is that you see the new Sonic movie that's coming out in February 14th? For me, it would have been great as a good because I've already got some stuff. Look, it would have made 2020 the best year for me. Was that all right? Cool. I got Sonic. They changed the design. He doesn't look like Ponic. It's not his knockoff cousin Ponic. I'm gonna go see Sonic. And then March 13th comes out. Oh, man, we got Godzilla vs. Kong. Let's do this.
All right, people, I just want to give a little update to you guys and the people watching. Clayton just texted me and said that he's letting his phone charge, so he'll be back in a few minutes, he said, just to let you guys all know because he just left unannounced. So
Right.
I felt like I should have just told you guys and everything. So, all right, keep on talking. So, all right, I'll ask my one of the questions I have. Let me check what it was again, because I forgot.
I'll talk this time.
Where was it? Alright, just keep on talking. I couldn't find it.
You say you had it on your little piece of paper.
Yeah, and my internet's lagging. Alright, I'm gonna leave for a sec to check something.
I guess here's the next thingy-majiggy. What do you think? What do you think?
People, I'm gonna leave for like 5 minutes, but keep my thing unmuted because I'm gonna be gone for like 5 minutes because I'm an idiot.
What do you guys think of?
I haven't really got to talk about
what's relevant kaiju news. At this point, there's like nothing Godzilla vs. Kong to talk about because we kind of talked about a lot, like the delay and stuff. Oh yeah, what are your thoughts about the delay?
I'm a bit worried about it because there could have been like some major issues that went down they knew was messed up. So
probably.
The only problem that I see with this with the movie being delayed is that I can't watch it at G-Fest next year.
Oh, see, yeah, that ticked me off because I'm going to G-Fest next year.
That was one thing I really wanted to do.
Man, me too.
If they have nothing related to Godzilla 2000 next year, I'm just not going.
I mean, if they're playing Godzilla Final Wars or whatever, I'll go watch it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, see, I feel like G-Fest 2020 And that's why I'm so mad that I missed
It'd
out
still be a
last
great
year.
G-Fest. No, it's still gonna be a great G-Fest because you just
Oh
don't go
yeah,
to.
but it's still
You
gonna
don't
have
just
its
go to
flaws.
G-Fest
gonna be great,
just to
but,
see a
like,
movie.
Right.
G-Fest is always gonna be great, no matter what.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
great, but like it's gonna be great, but for the people who are going to go like every year for like the next like millennia, but like for those people like me who only go like every year or 3 or 4, is
Right.
like I don't get this that
I'll
chance.
probably go next year, but then I think I'm going to take a break for the next year or two because I'm almost done with high school. Like, I'm halfway through high school. So, yeah.
Like it
Man,
takes me about like if I really wanted to, it would take me like $3,000 to fly.
Jeez.
Like
And just as bad news,
Back.
I don't really think.
$5,000 to take me through the entire convention.
And I have bad news. So, as of right now, there's some financial struggles I'm going through right now. I really don't think G-Fest is in my wallet for this year, sadly, because it's literally going to cost $5,000
well, next
just to
year.
go to G. Because G-Fest is literally $3,000 to $5,000 just to go.
Yeah, let's just all move
Because let's think of this. Because let's think about this because it's like depend on your room and how many nights, $100 a night or something like that. $300, maybe $400 for a plane ticket.
You can
Yeah.
drive back and forth.
And food, if whatever. Another issue is if you want to buy figures or something, have a haul.
if you want to buy figures,
Look, I mean, let's be real. Okay, that's also why every time when people see all these G-Fest vlogs of the dealer's room, that is the core of G-Fest. That is what drives a lot of people over
Yes,
there.
yes,
Is
sanctuary.
That's
Yes.
the sanctuary. That is the holy grail of
Yes.
all G-Fest.
Yes.
And his marmot goodies. I don't know.
You know what I'm gonna say when I get
All
there?
those glowing
Give me some kitties. I'll walk up to. I'll see Mikey at G-Fest. I'm like, "Yo, Mikey, what's up, buddy?" It's like, "Hey, you okay? You're twitching." Yeah. Can't give me some kitties. Where can I get some kitties? And Clayton will be like, or Mikey will be like, I'm gonna go hang out. I'm gonna go. You'll give me that face, and you'll say, I'm sorry, me gonna go. I'm gonna go hang out with Lewis and Koji Franklin. I'm sorry. Until you just take your pills. Until you take your pills, I'll see you later. Bye bye. It's like, hey, Lewis, give me the kitty.
Oh God. So
By the way, I mean, Lewis is probably not watching this, but I did tell Mike and Clayton this. I plan to, scare Lewis at G-Fest.
That would, he'd probably call the police.
No, he'd probably knock me out. I always have visions that...
Louis Duran knocking someone out. That's
he'll scream, he'll go, ah!
Louis Duran knocking someone out. I don't see it.
I dared my friend. I was gonna buy him a Bandai Godzilla Island, Godzilla 1993. If he went up to Lewis with a terrible quality printout of KZ's face and go up to Lewis and be like, "You couldn't be original enough," and then just say the entire line.
Oh my gosh.
It sounds cringy, but in reality, it would be cringy, but it would be hilarious.
So Cole, you got any figures?
The memes practically.
Any main figures you want to get at G-Fest?
Any mini-made figures? Is that what you said?
Any
Minute-Maid Lemonade.
Figure.
Oh, right now, the only real thing, the only two things that I'm really looking out this year for is the Monster Arts Destroya and the Bandai GMK King Ghidorah, the 80s.
Okay.
Because I'd rather not get the bootleg, in my opinion. I just don't need it.
And I'm glad that Clayton's not here because he'll get triggered. I'm sorry, but I'm wanting to get that X Plus Gigantic Series Godzilla 2019.
That thing's like $1,000.
I know, but hey, if I'm able to, it's
Dude,
just a theory.
It's gonna be a pain to take that through shipping. Like to take
I know,
that back
'cause-
home.
Oh yeah, because I was wondering. Well, if you ever get X Plus figures, how does? Well, for Lewis, he can
You
drive
just keep
back.
it in the box.
But for
probably.
us, well,
I
I
drive
keep it in
back.
the box, but it's like,
I drive
can I
back,
have
so
it? Can I have it shipped to my address?
Like I
You
think
could? you could, yeah.
like,
If you just go
I
to the
feel
closest like post office, yeah. I couldn't see why not.
Yeah, I was saying because it's like if it can't fit in the plane,
Clayton,
might
since
as
you're
well
on
just
this
have it.
call or you're on the stream right now, I'll
Clayton's
make
not
it
here.
up to you, and I'll help you find the Monster Arts Kiryu next year. I promise. I'll do it.
Plane's not here.
I am, however, that is like number 3 on my list is SH
Like
Monster
if I don't have Destroya by the time I find you a Kiryu, then I'll lend it to you. But if I get Destroya, then I find a Kiryu, a 2002 Shinagawa Final Battle version Kiryu, I am stealing it. I am going to buy that figure. Depending on the price, obviously.
Yeah. Price always matters.
I mean, if it's like $450, nah.
Nope. Not
Just,
today.
You know, can I just say that's also the biggest issue of G-Fest is that their figures.
Yeah, overpricing.
A lot of
And, I
overpricing.
mean, here's
There's,
what's
like,
funny.
overpricing.
It's called the
There's
dealer's
overpricing.
room, so it's like, can't you just
Deal.
negotiate a deal that works best for both
The
of you?
third day is like mainly the only day you can negotiate deals.
Yeah.
I know, like that's kind of stupid. I'm sorry, but that really is, man. Because, come on, let's just be real.
No,
Everybody.
it's like 3-year-old. It's like a 7-year-old goes up to a dealer, tries to be cool by being like, "Hey, instead of 34, can I get this for 33?" The dealer, no.
Which is so funny. It's like, come on, I would walk up to that dealer and I would just say, "My man, let me say something to you. I am Russian and I am triggered. It's only $1 off. You are so irresistible. It's
Yeah, like,
just
but
$1
think
off."
about, like if you think about
I'm sorry. I'm serious. Like it's just $1 off, and this is all I have left in my wallet. Just here.
Think about
Look,
it,
I got
you
it
can
in my
literally,
wallet. Just take the $33.
I was gonna say like 3 things about the dealer's room. So my first thing is like how do people keep track of their figures? Like what happens if like something gets stolen, like a freaking Gashapon figure? What happens?
Yeah.
Like how do you like literally?
That's why you see a lot of Godzilla fans. That's why you see a lot of Godzilla fans wear backpacks, so
Yeah.
they can just shove the figure. You know, like they got a Godzilla figure and they're just like.
I'm only gonna bring my backpack just so that like I don't have to carry my Monster Arts Kiryu everywhere. Or, like,
See, that was why I
and
brought a
then I
backpack
drop
to
it.
G-Fest. That's also why I brought a backpack to G-Fest.
That's the nice things of staying in the Crown Plaza. That's the nice things. Like you could just walk right up and just like drop your figures off and just run back down.
Oh, I stayed in the Crown Plaza for my first year at G-Fest, but I can't because I'm not rich. So.
Okay, another idea. Okay, and where's Cole?
No, stay on
Is he still
topic.
here?
He left
Cole.
for a few minutes, but he said he'll be
Did
back.
you die? Did you die, Cole?
Oh, Cole? Cole
Cole
is
died
moving
from
this thing.
playing too many video games, and then yeah, he just.
You know what we all have? OGD. We have OGD.
You've told me this joke.
Obsessive Godzilla disorder. Everybody in this chat has it.
Yes.
It's a bad drug. It's a bad disorder. Even if it was a drug, it'd be a bad drug.
As soon as I saw a dinosaur.
The reason that it's because we've sniffed too much figure vinyl from Japan and China. That's the why. That's the reason.
Vinyl?
That's the reason.
Oh, my light.
Your light went off.
The only like band I memorial box figure like of like the Showa Godzillas that I just want as of right now is just well I mean 84 is in Showa but I still want it.
No, 84 is in
then,
Heisei. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I said I know he's not.
Oh, I
Showa,
thought you
but,
said
like,
he's in
yeah.
Showa. He's not in Showa. Oh.
Okay, all right.
My
So
bad, my bad.
another thing I want to say for
Is 84 Heisei or Showa? You stupid.
You stupid.
I wasn't
It's
gonna
like-
ask
it's
that.
like-
It's Millennium.
It's like
It's part of the
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
MonsterVerse.
84 is Millennium.
No, it's part of the
dumb,
MonsterVerse.
no, it's like dumb. It's like dumb G fans. Is 84 Heisei or Millennium? Boomer, okay.
No, it's part of the MonsterVerse.
It's Riwa.
Yeah. It's part of the
Anyway.
anime trilogy.
Okay,
It's
so
American.
I
Riwa.
do want to say this. This is why Legendary made Batman v Superman, right?
Sadly.
First time.
Sadly, they
Okay,
released
so
that
listen,
movie.
Godzilla versus Kong. Legendary doesn't have the brain to understand a versus movie. Like Godzilla, what was a good explanation or a good movie? Like Godzilla.
A good movie. What was a good movie?
I meant like what's a good example for all of Godzilla versus movies he's had?
Destroyer.
No, another one.
Space
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Okay,
Against
Godzilla versus
Mechagodzilla.
King Ghidorah.
King
Godzilla
Ghidorah.
versus King Ghidorah. Okay, I feel I'm scared, always thinking that it's gonna suck because they're gonna make the same mistake they did with Batman v Superman. The
But
whole
again,
point of a versus movie is that you have one character versus the other.
And there's a
Okay.
winner and a loser.
But turns out, and then when Batman v Superman came out, it's like, oh, guess what? Doomsday. They're gonna fight for like 2 lame, stupid seconds, like a WWE match where all the characters go, ugh, and they're so weak, they're like, ugh. And then they have so much strength that they can go up against another villain. I don't want that. Godzilla versus Kong. The whole movie is just them battling for the land of Kong Skull Island.
I have a
That's
feeling they're both gonna live if they want to continue the MonsterVerse. They're both gonna win because they're the ones who started it all off and kicked it all off and stuff. So
See,
they're both
I feel
gonna
like a lot of
survive.
Godzilla fans are like, even when the trailers come out, it's like it's a predictable ending because Hollywood always sticks to this. They're gonna keep both of them alive specifically for the MonsterVerse. Okay.
Yes.
So
Sad thing
it's
is
more
that-
of a it's literally a no-brainer
The
kind
sad
of
thing
situation.
the sad thing is that Matt Pat hasn't made a film theory about Godzilla King of the Monsters yet.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Dang. So, another thing. So that's I want it to just be
Hey,
Godzilla
what's up, Kaiju?
and Kong just
74?
fighting. I don't want a Batman v Superman knockoff.
Yes,
to
I do.
where
Yes.
They fight like the. Oh my gosh! I'll get so upset if the battles are extreme close-ups like this or whatever. I'm gonna get so frustrated, and then
It's like those bad Godzilla stop motion videos, like where they have the angles so up close, and you can like barely see their face because there's like a shadow on their entire face because
No.
the phone is right there up.
Do you know what kind of battle they should do? The Godzilla versus the Condor, the flying bird thing, and Godzilla versus the sea monster. That's what the camera angle should be like. Just
It's just
have them like this. Just be like,
Oh my gosh, that is. Oh my gosh.
just have them like fighting like this.
But see, that's why I'm scared. So, hey, Clay. So I
Just like
don't
that.
want a Batman v Superman
Bad
knockoff.
boy.
I want it to just be the title, what it says, Godzilla versus Kong, and then that's it. No of them teaming up because what does that say right there? That just says Legendary is applying what they did in Batman v Superman, and they're gonna do it to this.
I have a feeling there will be a loser, but none of them will die.
Right, like I've seen some stop motion movies to where Kong would like bow down. But here's how I think it's gonna play out. So the movie is gonna start out with Godzilla, all the Titans, walking on the beach, about to mark their territories or whatever. But then check this out.
Mark their
though.
territory.
But then check this out though. So Kong comes up, and then Godzilla says bow down or whatever. Kong's like ready to fight, and then we get a close up of Godzilla's face. He gives Kong Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's eyebrow raise. goes thermonuclear, and then goes boom, and then ashes, and then that's the end of the movie. And it's like, what the? We waited till November of 2020, and this movie only lasted 20 minutes, and this is how it ends.
Jesus.
Watch the movie be like 30 seconds long, and it's just Godzilla shoving a tree down Kong's throat, and
Getting it back at it.
it's stock footage.
Oh, that's another thing I want to see. I want there to be, it's sort of like an homage to the original one, to where Godzilla is charging, Kong grabs Godzilla by the throat, and he actually shoves the tree down his mouth.
Do that. I would love if they had that.
Everybody in the theater would be clapping and cheering because it's an homage.
So we just got a person talking in a chat.
It's not even if he shoves it down the tree. It's just as long as Kong grabs the tree.
Yes.
What? So when he did that to the Skullcrawler. So when he did that to the Skullcrawler, that was the homage to 1962.
He took a tree and like.
Oh my gosh! I actually just thought of that. Oh my gosh.
Oh guys, we have some activity in the chat.
Huh?
We have some activity in the chat. So Kaiju is 74. He said, "I'm only bringing $150 because I'm getting one figure a day. I'm only collecting figures during the holidays."
Did you guys make a G-Fest chat?
No.
We will do that next year.
We'll do that like right before G-Fest. That's what I did last year. And then he said, since I am mainly focusing on making films now, so people, so
Kaiju
this is a good
that
thing.
He's making a Kamen Rider series.
This is actually a good thing for all Godzilla fans. Get figures that you want. I shouldn't be really saying that.
I'm just wanting to get a monster, like a
figures that you want, man.
But yeah, only get really things that you really want. Just don't go out there and buy like just every single $20 figure in the dealer's room.
Yeah, that's like
There is hardly any $20 figures at G-Fest.
The crappy Bandais.
Look.
The crappy Bandais.
This guy. Okay, I only got him for like $34. Everywhere else, he was like 65 or 30 or 80 or no, 65. Or whatever, and I finally got him at around 35, I think. And I'm like, I gotta get him. This was the most anticipated figure I want.
Oh, they were selling a Bandai Muto. How do you say his name? Muto for like $100 or something stupid. How much was it? Like
Caleb, guess what?
That's like saying, oh look, I'm gonna buy a